So, due to unknown technical difficulties, a large portion of this recording was lost, and this is kind of the hypercut of whatever was salvageable from it. So, if anything seems like we're jumping between topics very randomly or whatever, that's just, it is what it is, and I hope you still have some fun listening to it. And since the intro was lost, here I just am quickly giving the intro, I guess. We're here with Spencer, our good friend Spencer Biddle, and basically all I said was I saw Alex Jones was on the news recently. All right, enjoy.
What is he on the news for?
He got in trouble with the government for selling coronavirus cures on his website.
They get out of here,
Dude,
man.
he's still doing that? I thought that was like weeks ago.
I don't know. He just...
This is real. He is actually doing that, and people are actually buying his shit. People are actually buying his shit?
They said they were going to take the website down if he didn't take the stuff off.
I cannot believe this is real, man. Okay.
Alex Jones. I'm going to see if his website is still selling it.
Bogus virus remedies. What the hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
That guy's a waste of space.
But how do people buy into his bullshit? You know what I mean? Like, crazy people is one thing, but like people... like buying into crazy people's bullshit is like a whole other realm of people. You know what I mean?
Well, someone listens to Alex Jones to some degree.
My God. Right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
His protein supplements and whatever.
And it wouldn't be funded if people weren't like listening to him, I suppose, right? Shit, dude.
That's just insane. At a certain point.
I'm really blown away by this. Sorry, Spencer.
Well, you'd think that after all the news and shit about him, people would realize he's not a source for anything. Like he's in the news every other week about being an idiot. And,
right. For the weirdest bullshit.
Everybody is so eager to say like fake news or like liberal agenda or any kind of agenda, really. But they don't listen to anything about it. It's insane.
No bad publicity, especially when you're Alex Jones.
Well, I get that there's no such thing as bad publicity, but I cannot wrap my brain around how that's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, damn, fucking holy shit.
And it's not technically true. Like Corona beer has been doing very poor during recent events.
Right. Which is also dumb.
I was walking into a grocery store and saying, "Oh, I've heard about Corona on the news so much. I wonder why that rings a bell. I will just buy some beer, I guess."
I mean, obviously it's unrelated, but it does make me want to drink it less.
Why? Every time you take a sip out of that, you're like, "Oh yeah, it's a pandemic."
Yeah, exactly. So I do get why people aren't buying it. I also hate that beer anyways.
What? I don't think
here's what's going on is that the pandemic is exposing all of our weaknesses, right, in our societal structure, and piss beer is one of those.
Oh, I see.
That's my theory.
Dude, I have no weaknesses. Nothing is being exposed.
I think he meant the U.S. Not.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, Honduras is doing great. They're 100% A+.
Well, Daniel's talking about himself.
I'm talking about myself. I'm not even talking about my country, dude. I'm exclusively talking about my person.
You're right. You have very few societal weaknesses.
You don't like Corona though? I don't mind it. I don't think
it's a little watery for me.
Yeah, but it's I think it has enough flavor though.
Alex Ha was like, "Hey, try this," and I had it, and I really hated it. It might have been Corona Light, I don't know, and I just never drank it again.
Why would you make a light beer light?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that is weird. It's certainly not my favorite, but I certainly don't mind it. You know what I mean?
What is your favorite, Daniel?
My favorite would have to be Sam Adams for sure.
Really? That's your favorite beer ever?
Well, because there's a lot of like nostalgia attached to it as well.
Oh yeah, I get that.
It's like my attachment to like Massachusetts and Boston and everything, you know.
Yeah, man, that's super cute.
Yeah, so like I don't know. Whenever I get a taste of one, it's like holy shit, you know what I mean?
Do they have that in other countries?
They have it here. It's very expensive though, and you can only find it like at certain places, like certain bars that like specialize in having international beers and shit like that. You know?
Oh, I'll tell you that's international.
Yeah, right. Like not every bar like will have a menu of international beer. You know.
What's your favorite Honduran beer?
It would have to be, I believe, Port Royal because it's just smoother. It's kind of watery as well, but it's like a lot smoother. You know what I mean? So like when it's really hot and like. For example, when I would come back from work, from Comayagua or wherever, where it's like insanely hot, and on a Thursday afternoon, when my buddies and I would get together to like hang out and go out on a Thursday night, it's smooth enough that you can just like down one like it was water. You know what I mean? It's just so satisfying. Specifically in that context, right? Just like a whole day of work in this town that is just incredibly, incredibly hot, like going from school to school. presentation to presentation and driving all the way back to the city and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Well, so that's interesting.
The pleasure that I get out of consuming beer is also comes from a lot of like context. You know what I mean? Not so
Right.
much, not so much like the flavor itself.
Well, so now I'm thinking that 3/4 of my life is spent in weather that is like 65 degrees or less.
Right. Yeah.
So like
that's fair,
maybe
man.
my inclination towards non-piss beers, not to call your favorite beer piss beer.
No. I mean, I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying.
I never thought about how climate might influence like the way that we consume alcohol, but I guess
Yeah,
it
no.
does. It influences everything.
You're definitely right, because when I was back in Massachusetts, I used to prefer like heavier, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, more
Like a
flavorful
lager
beers.
or like an IPA or something.
Right. That's pretty much all I consumed when I was back in Massachusetts.
I don't think I've ever thought to have a beer based on the weather at all.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't, Matt. I never have either. But it's ingrained. Daniel, I have something to tell
Yes,
you that
sir.
I've been waiting to tell you for a couple of weeks now, and I keep forgetting.
Yes, sir.
I have a cousin who is half Honduran.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and all the
No
years
way.
I've known you, I have forgotten to tell you this.
So this is all you have always known this information.
It's like been in the back of my head, and my mom,
Right.
whenever I mention that I have a friend from Honduras to my mom, she's like, "Oh, have you told him that your cousin Lily is half Honduran?" I'm like, "Oh, I haven't. You know, I'll do that next time I talk to him." And then we talk about Donkey Kong Country or beer instead.
Hold on though. Like if your cousin is half Honduran, would that entail that either of your uncles or either your uncle or your aunt is Honduran as well?
Well, it would entail that the uncle who is no longer in the picture is Honduran. So I've never met the Honduran connection, which is probably why I forget so much.
Shit, I'm sorry. That's tragic.
It's okay, man. It happens. It happens. It's not your fault. It's not
Yeah.
your country's fault. Don't worry.
No, well, that's wild though. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Do you like get along with your cousin Lily? Oh,
Yeah, she's really funny. When this is like, she's heard about this every year. You know, like you do something when you're like 12 and it haunts you the rest of your life because like all people think about when they think of you is that.
Yeah.
We went to like a Chinese food. I think it was an Italian restaurant actually. No, I think it was Chinese. Where there's sauce that's on food, and my cousin Paul was like scarfing down just like a big old noodle dish full of like this like brown heavy sauce and like chicken chunks, and he gets a little sauce on his lip. And he finishes the plate and pushes it back. And she happens to look up from her food and looks at the sauce on his lip. And immediately projectile vomit
no, dude.
all over the table, all over the floor, like all over her mom.
Is that bad?
Yeah, it was just everywhere, dude. She just vomited like crazy. Like it just.
Wait, hold on. You were
Yeah, go
there.
ahead.
You were there.
No, I've only heard about this,
You
but
only heard about it. Okay.
I was there like the day after.
Yeah. Spencer,
Yes, Daniel.
would you eat an old pork chop that you found in a wall?
No, Daniel, are you going to tell me that you did this?
No, dude, I haven't, and I don't think Matthew has either.
No.
But I think Matthew is interested in the answer in your response as well.
Okay, so
Would you eat an old pork chop you find in a wall?
No,
Like,
dude, no way.
Inside.
No way. Is it like packaged?
No.
No.
It's plated.
Okay. It's not a plate.
It's served on a plate, and it doesn't look like a pork chop.
It appears to be like chicken, yeah.
Okay, so the real question is, would I eat a piece of chicken that I find in the wall? On
Well,
a
I don't
plate?
know.
No,
It's labeled
dude.
pork chop, dude.
Okay. I think I figured out who's been doing this.
Canonically, it's a pork chop.
Yeah, this is like Simon, or
Yeah.
Right.
for example,
So you wouldn't.
wall chop. I would. I don't think I'd eat wall chop. No.
Okay.
Okay, but if I was starving, or if I'd recently been like punched by a bunch of ghouls or something,
Right.
You know,
You might be.
I don't know. You might be hungry after that,
Right.
desperate.
I think it's
Word.
being a thing.
For Simon Belmont, it does heal him.
Right. And a bunch of other Belmonts.
That's true. It's a family
Oh,
tradition.
my family.
Yeah.
You know, man. The answer is no. No way. That's meat.
Right. Yeah.
I found like Doritos. You know,
like sealed Doritos.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess they'll have
Yeah.
a rest by date on them.
I mean, I'd still be kind of suspicious.
But you think someone like hot glued the Doritos back together after letting them go bad?
No. Why is it in a wall? That's the suspicious part.
Right.
It's packaged. It's fine.
Some like sweaty construction worker just.
Well, that was my question. Thank you, Spencer, for participating.
Well, what do you guys say?
That shit must be fucking dirty, dude.
Yeah, no way.
I would not go near.
Yeah, it's covered in like concrete chunks and like
Asbestos.
spider corpses.
I'm more concerned that it's called a pork chop when it did not resemble one.
So yeah, does it taste like pork chop?
I don't know.
But you only know once you bite into it.
Probably.
Right.
This
Well,
is-
smelling is a big part of tasting.
Right. It must not
That's true,
smell
yeah.
like much. It must smell like just rot.
smell like wall.
Shit's right.
Interesting question though, Daniel. Very
Yeah,
difficult.
Thank you.
I think I learned a lot. Would you eat a live octopus?
Live?
Yeah.
I mean,
It seems hard to do.
yeah. I don't know that I'd be able to, just in the sense, like, if it's live, it's probably moving around, and I don't think that I would want to be near that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, man.
Like, I'm not opposed to like the actual like consumption of it. It just seems rather inconvenient, and I don't know that I would be like able to. You know what I mean?
So you're okay with eating a live animal?
I mean, yeah,
Like the issue is that it inconveniences you.
I don't know if a live octopus is actually edible.
Like it might kill you.
Right. Yeah, I'm not opposed to trying any kind of food, really.
Well, I see those videos or pictures of like fried tarantulas and stuff like that.
Ooh, that sounds
Oh,
good,
shit.
dude. That sounds crunchy.
They sell. Have I told you that they sell turtle eggs at the stadium here?
Mm.
Oh, like how are they prepared?
I think so. I've never consumed one. So like the way that I've seen it, they like have them in a bag, and you can like actually see the little eggs, and then they have like a cooler with some stuff. I'm guessing it's like spices and sauces,
Like
and shit
tartar
like that,
sauce.
But I'm not. Yeah, right. But I'm not really certain. And it's funny because they call them goleadores, so like goal scorers, and they're just going around like the stands, like, goleadore. They're just going around like advertising them like that. Yeah.
I gotta
I've
see
never
a game.
I've never consumed one. I don't think I would in that specific context, right? Because it's you never know where these people are, supplying themselves with.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Are these
Right.
are these guys like officially sanctioned by
No,
by
dude.
the stadium?
I don't think you're supposed to mess with turtle eggs, anyways. Just legally.
Yeah, right. Right.
Is it possible for any kind of pork chop to look like this?
Right. It has a.
Like,
It's kind of
yeah, I think it's definitely supposed to be like a roast turkey, but like,
yeah.
Right.
it could be like a glute of a pig, you know?
I guess, but it seems like
But that wouldn't be a pork chop. That would be a glute of a pig.
You're right. I guess pork chop refers to it. Is it a specific part?
Actually, you're right. I'm not
I
sure.
think it can be most parts of a pig.
Yeah, no. You're definitely right. I don't know why when I was thinking pork chop, I was thinking rib for some reason, but I guess like technically the word chop, like you can just chop any part and it would be pork chop, right?
Probably.
Yeah, it stands to reason.
Right.
I think it is everything. The ass is the ham, I've just discovered.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
Why? Why does that make sense?
It just seems to make sense to me.
I guess it is that like
The right color,
flabby,
right?
delicious. Yeah, it's like fatty, I guess. Oh no, Daniel. Just joking.
It's the ass is the ham I've just discovered. What a fucking realization to come to.
I had no idea.
In the middle of this recording.
I'm glad I learned that.
That's good. All
An
right.
ham sandwich is just an ass sandwich, dude. I feel like I should have been told this.
Yes, just so you know, you're consuming the ass pork right now.
I like the the packages of ham. The storage is such a warning. She tastes.
Before we stop talking about Castlevania, I did find it by searching only in Japanese, and the item is just called meat. So
It's just called meat.
there's really no excuse for being called pork
Yeah,
chop.
they end up with
Right.
pork chop.
Right.
Although according to VG Museum, the item is called pot roast.
This is the floppy disk, the manual for the floppy disk version. So maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe it's a
Wow.
different manual. I don't know.
Yeah, that's made by some freaks.
It's a different Manuel.
Yeah.
I
So good.
all right. I have a story about
Yeah.
Sean Penn that I've been meaning to tell.
Whoa,
that I've been meaning
whoa,
to tell Matthew about.
I'm ready to hear this.
Yeah. Sorry, Spencer.
I'm listening.
You said whoa as
Yeah,
in
you were like
I
surprised.
was. Well, yeah. Well, that's quite the transition.
Well, Daniel and I have been talking about Sean Penn for like 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't listened to any of the podcasts.
No, not even on the podcast. I don't think at all. Just in general.
Okay, good.
Spencer, are you aware that I'm not a fan of Sean Penn? Were you aware of that information?
Well, let me. Can you describe to me what Sean Penn is first?
He is a professional actor in
Yep.
mostly Hollywood pictures.
He was in. What's it called? That one about family
Mystic
in the
River.
Midwest.
Mystic River, Milk.
No, but it's like all the space, like the cosmos stuff.
I don't fucking know, dude.
I'll check out his
It's like the
IMDb.
guys that did the Field movie, Tree of Life. That's what it is.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in Tree of Life. I've got no opinion about Sean Penn. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
be
don't-
honest with you. He's just kind of a dude.
I don't like him at all because he always seems to be in these like movies and like roles that are like designed to like evoke certain like emotions to people, and I take like issue with that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I think of him, and then I think of like Robin Williams, and like Robin Williams was in like really good like drama movies, right? And he was really good in them. But at the other hand, he also did like fucking Flubber, and like Flubber is not the greatest movie in the world, but he's like really good in it anyway. Like he's really entertaining, right? Whereas fucking Sean Penn is always just in like Milk playing this like really like specific character, right? And like whatever, and maybe he does it well, but this is I don't know. Whenever I see him on screen, I can only see Sean Penn like pretending really hard to like be someone else, and I just don't buy it. You know what I mean?
You think he's in
I
like
can't-
Oscar bait movies that are like
Yeah, right.
almost
That's
like a manipulative.
exactly. That's exactly the I guess the most appropriate way to put it.
he was also in Jay-Z's part 2 of the On the Run music video.
Yeah, Daniel, that might change your opinion along with the fact that he had a role in the Angry Birds movie.
He did?
So yeah,
Wow.
apparently.
Wow.
I don't know if you feel differently about him now, Daniel.
No, dude, not at all.
Yeah, there he is.
He's the fat red one.
He's in this real. I Am Sam. Have you heard of I Am Sam, dude?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't think I know anything about it.
I don't know what the politically correct way of saying this. And then my apologies, but he's definitely someone on the spectrum, right? And like the whole deal of the movie is like him fighting over custody of his little daughter, I believe, some shit like. I know I've seen the movie, but I didn't see it. I haven't seen it in like a decade or so. But I think that those are the kind of like the lines that it goes along. So like
Right.
just from that kind of like very brief, probably not 100% accurate synopsis, you can like already tell that it's like a movie that is like really, really like designed to like be like all sappy and stuff like that, right?
Right.
So whatever, like I can't stomach it. I cannot stomach that movie. It just makes me laugh because since this whole quarantine shit started, there was one evening that I was sitting down to have supper with my parents, and they were really excited. They were like, "You should have seen this movie that your mom and I watched last night. It was really good. It was with what's this dude called? Sean Penn." And I was like, "Oh no, yeah, oh no, yeah." And it was really cute. It's about him and he's sick, but then he has his daughter, and I'm like, "Is it I Am Sam?" Exactly. And I'm no, I hate that movie. And then my parents just got like really sad and like immediately like changed topics. We just
They
like
don't even want to talk about why you hate it. They're like, I cannot handle it.
No, right. They were just like, oh, okay. We just started talking about something else, which is weirdly, like, sadly, tragically funny.
It's
I felt
a bit
kind of
funny.
bad. Yeah, I felt kind of bad, but like, I also kind of don't because I just really fucking hate that.
Yes, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I wanted to point out that the ratings for I Am Sam are like totally disparate, right?
Like that's all 100 and 0.
Yeah, it has a 7.7 average in IMDb, and then right next to it is a 35% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, because it's probably because people buy into like the whole emotional part of it and they think it's like really cute or whatever or feel good. the issue is probably that, right? That it's just like super like designed that specific way to.
I love watching like go see what directors like comment on films because they will write like on their blogs or IMDb or whatever. They'll write stuff and it's usually pretty funny because they have no need to filter themselves
Anymore,
Right.
I've definitely read some of like Quentin Tarantino's reviews and he's usually a real asshole about it. But
About like his different movies or his
about
own
not
movies?
his own. No, he's not that conceited. I'm sure there are directors out there.
This is a great 5-star movie that I made.
I'm sure they're out there.
I called you a Mr. Mime, I think yesterday or earlier this morning.
Yeah,
Did I
it's
not?
fun. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you if that like evoked any kind of like emotion in you when you read that.
Well, you did say it, fucking Mr.
It
Mime.
was clearly an insult. It could have been.
Well, how did you feel about it?
I just kind of like pictured him, and then I pictured me, and then like pictured him again. But I was like, man, I don't want to be that guy.
Dude, I hate that
Alright.
Mr. Mime has to eat out of a dog food bowl on the floor.
Does he really?
What?
I'll send you a picture.
I know he's like the housekeeper for Ash's
He's
mom.
the maid.
right?
He's the maid for Ash's mom.
Yeah, but I didn't know he was treated like garbage.
I mean, he's technically a Pokemon. It's super weird here.
But he's so like
Let me just send you
anthropomorphic, though.
just click on this.
Oh yeah. Wow.
That's it makes me really uncomfortable. Like if I saw Pikachu eating out of a dog bowl, like that's one thing, but like
Yeah.
seeing like a humanoid eating out of a dog bowl.
Right.
Well, and he's a maid. He knows how
Yeah,
to
he's
like
employed.
play. Like he's
Right,
really
right.
intelligent.
Right. That makes me really uncomfortable. Holy shit.
That's horrible.
Okay, yeah, that's the caption of the photo. Something about Ash's mom, I guess mum, forcing Mr. Mime to sit on the floor and eat out of a dog bowl makes me uneasy. Yeah, that's as soon as you described that, as soon as you said that, man, I felt uneasy. Like
Yeah,
immediately.
it's very awkward.
Let's Owen is typing.
Owen says Mr. Mime is a mid-tier Pokemon for marrying the least attractive Pokemon. I don't know what that
Mr. Mime
means.
gets married.
Mr. Mime married. If he could get married, he's
This
definitely not
mean.
supposed to eat off the floor.
What does this mean?
Well, I think there's a lot of theories online that Mr. Mime is actually Ash's father.
Oh
my
no,
God.
dog! Get out of here.
Oh, Owen says Ash's mom is married to Mr. Mime. I don't think that's true.
I never heard that before.
Whoa!
Jeez.
If she is, that just makes it a lot worse because she's like
Yeah,
making her significant, like her life partner, eat out of a fucking dog bowl.
with
Well, that
the
part-
dogs on the ground. There's other Pokemon doing it with him.
But what does this mean though? Like in the universe of Pokemon, could Ash just like legally marry his Pikachu?
I think Owen just said that. I don't think there's any canonical.
Okay, evidence that this is
not
fake.
that
I mean,
Pokemon makes any sense at all.
it's a topic best left unexplored.
If you want to watch something that doesn't force you to feel a certain way, I think you would like this one, Spencer. It's an anime called Kino's Journey. He goes to a different country every episode, so you don't need to watch them in order at all. There's like a little parable there, kind of. Like, he just kind of observes people, and he doesn't really judge them or like help them or hurt them in any way. He just kind of like stays there and makes his own conclusions and then leaves. And he doesn't, I don't know, it's very zen that you always just experience something and then move on anyways.
Wow, that's interesting. When did you first hear about this?
Honestly, I don't remember. I probably just Googled like good shit to watch anime. Yeah, I can't remember why I started watching it, but I did. And he's strapped.
Wow.
He carries 2 guns at all times, but he never really needs to shoot anyone.
That fact alone has totally changed my expectations
It's funny
of the
because he's
show.
like a cute little kid, but he always has like he's always like maintaining a Glock.
Weird, man. Okay, I'll
Oh,
look
speaking
into
of
it.
Glock, I need to send a meme to the
Okay,
chat.
okay. There's 2 versions. There's like a new one with updated graphics and like a retro 90s one.
Okay. What do you recommend? Are you?
I like the way the old one looks.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the original vision in some of these things.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, man. I'll look into it.
Cool. Daniel
You-
Pack.
Can you fucking look at me?
Yeah, Daniel, I'm looking at it, man. Did you have to beat yourself because you were laughing about this?
It's a picture of a dog, I believe a Cocker Spaniel, and it's been photoshopped he's standing over a gun, and it says Glocker Spaniel.
Glocker Spaniel. God damn it, man. Now, see, if Marley and me had that poster,
Oh my god.
I am in that theater.
Yeah, if Marley and Me didn't have the title, just like Blockers.
I'm in though, man. They would have got my ticket. They're trying to sell tickets, right? This is how you do it.
False advertising.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess that. Yeah. Yeah. If it was still the same movie, I'd hate it. Daniel, you okay?
Did you really think Glocker Spaniel was
I'm talking about it, dog.
I can't believe this, man. Matt, how would you rate this, man?
like a 5?
Yeah, I was gonna say a 5. It's like
Very
it's kind of
medium.
funny. Yeah, it's like I chuckle and I'm like, all right, it's out of my head. Daniel's muted himself.
Daniel
again.
can't stop laughing.
Dude, come
Okay, well, for context, Cocker Spaniels are like my favorite breed of dog like ever.
That doesn't make it funnier.
And, well, no, but as I think about them a lot, and this is not the context that I think about them in. It's like the word Glock, I find it funny for some reason.
No, the word Glock is funny, you're right?
Because it just sounds so like stereotypically like gangster or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a Glock. That's like I don't know, like the word that you hear for guns, in like rap songs or whatever the hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's just like the cutest like fucking puppy with a fucking handgun. It's just, I don't know. It kills me, man. It fucking kills me. All right, I'm over it.
Oh my god, I don't know if you are, man.
I'm over it, dog.
I can still hear you, man. This has been a good time.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You guys have anything else you want to say before we end off?
Yeah. Okay, this is the last thing. I think that God is in cahoots with the devil. I'll leave it at that.
Okay,
Pretty sure they're working. They're working
that's a
together.
hot take.
That's a hot take, especially during these days where like we're commemorating the resurrection of Jesus Christ and shit like that.
Yeah, I picked a bad time to talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I'm standing by it. I think it's weird that the devil runs hell and God is just like, yeah, go to hell. I think they must have talked about it at some point.
Okay, I think this is too big a topic to talk about at the end of the episode.
That's why I wanted to leave it, but here we are.
Yep, Daniel, have you learned anything? Possibly.
I learned that ham is the ass of a pig.
That's true. This is valuable. Spencer, but
Yeah. I learned that Daniel and I think pretty similarly about movies. I didn't know I judged movie posters the way that I do, but now I know that. I learned something about me. I learned something about Daniel.
I guess I learned that Daniel's favorite type of dog is the Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you thought about them often.
All right. Well, thanks for coming. Anyways, it was a good time.
Yeah, I had fun.
I cried so much, dude.
Oh, Daniel.
I cried so
Did that to yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Well, everyone out there who's listening, whenever this goes up, have a good week, and hopefully you're safe and this bullshit is closer to being over.
Hell yeah.
I hope it.
So I guess every day is closer.
I guess
Every day, like regardless, every day is getting closer to some kind of end, right?
Yeah,
okay,
whether
very,
it's
very
apocalypse.
hopeful, Daniel. Thank
Yeah.
you. Nice.
All right, well, tune in next week when we talk about bull testicles and grilled cheese.
We're revisiting it because we had a lot of Patreon requests that we explore the topic further.
Right.
Okay,
And
excellent.
they did meet the goal for funding, so Owen can go to the doctor. But unfortunately, the doctor is closed, so we're keeping the money.
Right, man.
Right.
At least you're honest about it. Transparency is key.
All right. Well, Spencer, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Good night, everybody, and stay wicked.
Oh, very Boston.
Yeah.